All right, everyone, let's get started. So this is FC Cincinnati in FIFA. Well, as close as we can get. I actually had to use a team from France, Montpellier, HSC, whatever that means, to use them for their jerseys, essentially. They had a nice blue and all white jersey that kind of looked like FC Cincinnati. So I transferred all of the FCC players to them and started a career mode. I actually had to make a good amount of players. If we take a look, I had to make Alan Cruz, I had to make Ledesma, and keep in mind these pictures or floating heads are actually just randomly generated, and some are pretty funny, as we'll see. But really, the goal of this is just to get used to them playing together on FIFA, and the end goal really is to try and win the MLS Cup. To get Montpellier into the MLS, I actually had to kick a team out from the Eastern Conference. If you know the Eastern Conference very well, you can probably see who it is already, but I made my decision based on who I was least impressed with so far in the first 2 weeks of the MLS, and that was the Philadelphia Union. They've been off to a very slow start, so I figured they're probably irrelevant for this, so let's just get them out of here. Also, along the way, what I'm going to be trying to do is play as close to realistic as possible, meaning keeping the lineups very realistic, keeping the team as completely on track as possible. I've got everyone all on this team already, and if there's any transfers or loans in real life, I'll try and duplicate that here. I've gone ahead and updated everyone's numbers, so we should see across the board everyone's. We even got Welshman here. I had to actually manually create him. And it's pretty funny. Like I said, all the little floating head icons were, randomly generated, but I did try my best to try and make, the players look as close to realistic as possible. And you got Jimmy right here, Al Badawi, Amaya even. He's actually got a white floating head, but we all know he is very much so not a white guy. One of the funniest ones, if we go down, is actually Hoyt, our good old boy Justin Hoyt. Of course, well known for being on the team last year, but his floating head is a white guy. So hopefully we can look past the floating head thing and just kind of enjoy it for what it is. Um, Taking a look actually at the upcoming season, we've just started. February is completely empty, nothing to do. And our first home game's coming up early March against the Whitecaps. We play another Canadian team. This will be our home opener against Toronto, and then Orlando for our first 3 games. Looks like there is kind of a little break right here, and then we head into a busy April where we do have eventually the Portland Timbers at home, and again is the first round of the U.S. Open Cup. So how about that, since we've got them coming up for our home opener here this Sunday. And I'm, also running that same 4-2-3-1 type of formation. But really, let's just jump right into it. Also, and I'll show you kind of what I did here in just a second once the first month is completely simmed through. I normally play on Legendary, but for this I decided to go down to World Class while also adjusting some of the monthly, or excuse me, not monthly, the more advanced sliders. So if we go to the season settings, you can see, yep, we're on World Class. We've got the MLS ball. And if we go to user, gameplay customization, I upped my pass and shot error just a tiny bit. I don't think I did anything else. First touch control error, upped that a little bit. So, I'm increasing how much my first touch is going to suck to make it a little more difficult. And the CPU, I basically did the opposite. Gave them a little extra speed, a little less error, across the board. Just kind of did a few things here. One thing I think was the goalkeeper. I really upped that to 55. I know these little tilts don't seem like much, but The sliders are very sensitive. I just remember playing around with shot power and just goofing off one time, and you could just laser some shots from half field, no problem. Yeah, as far as the starting lineup, we do have Seth on the team. I actually transferred him in as soon as possible. I don't think he was here for the first round, but I'm going to leave him on the bench as a sub, keep Mane in the middle. We've got Cruz on the right, Lamar on the left. I don't know the exact order on Ulloa and Bertone on who goes where, but they should be fluid and changing anyway, so it really shouldn't matter. I'm going to give Teton the start, even though Richie is the former Whitecap. We do have Weston in there as the former Whitecap as well. Garza, we're going to assume he's healthy. Powell, he did get the first start as well. And, of course, Adi up top. We've got Maddox as our striking sub. We've got Manu and Seth as wingers. Alexander as our center, mid, and then a couple defenders ready to go. And Richie just in case Teton gets red carded. As far as roles, of course, we got Waston, the captain, and, various roles across the pitch, but we don't need to dive too deep into that. Let's just get on with it here. And you can see a big reason, of course, why I picked Montpellier was because the jerseys, they've got really just two to choose from. All white, which is really nice, and then the blue option as well. So we'll go with blue. And I also like their crest. I mean, for a French team, it looks very German, and I thought that was kind of thematic for our team, of course. Football. So the idea of this is just kind of get a taste of what it's going to be like, for FC Cincinnati to be in FIFA, which I am very excited about. Of course, we have no way to experience that, so this is what we've got. I am from the west side, so I am used to doing hood rat shit like this and making use of what we got, so I hope you guys enjoy. I did end up turning the commentary completely off when I was doing a little sound testing on this. They're just extremely loud, and it's difficult to listen to two things at once. And also turn the stadium sound down a little bit here so that I wasn't going to be drowned out by Vancouver's version of the Bailey. But I'm not sure how much talking I'll be doing. We'll just have to see. Big thing here is really just kind of seeing all the players together, because that's kind of the whole reason we're doing this, right? And it's really funny. You'll notice, like for example, Hagelin, you notice he looks dead on what he looks like in real life. They even got his shirt tucked in, which is really funny, where everyone else is untucked. Adi, for sure, they modeled his face perfectly. I mean, that's dead on Adi. You've got Lamar on the right, Mane right there on the left. They're okay. I mean, I think Lamar's kind of styled his hair a little bit differently. I don't know the Vancouver team very well, and I also didn't update other teams' rosters. I probably spent maybe 5 or 6 hours just transferring players, and really it was creating the additional players who weren't in FIFA. Your Jimmys, your Ledesmas. It actually took a good amount of time to create them, at least to what I hope is a decent standard. You can tell anyone I had to create just has their last name out there. That's our lineup starting up. Hopefully Mane can get the ball quite a bit, and we'll see how we attack down the flanks. I think Lamar's got a pretty good speed rating at 93, if I remember. So hopefully we can get him in behind a little bit. Let's see what happens. Try and make sure everyone gets a couple good first touches. Ooh, stay in. Ambitious header from Adi, but I like the attacking thought from our attacker. listen to the crowd, you can hear when the Caps go marching. It's kind of neat, especially with the bigger clubs like Liverpool, I know for sure, but really any of the bigger clubs, Madrid, Barcelona, they do a very good job of getting the stadium chants correct for those teams. And I hope there is some sort of Bailey chant in the upcoming FIFAs. If they can capture us out there in the Bailey, oh, that would be special. That would be something very cool. That would be on my wish list for FIFA. Amongst a lot of other things. Ooh. Who is that? Bertone? Yeah, it was Bertone 6. Just outside the far post. One other thing we're going to try and do is play tactically like we do in real life. So we're going to run the counterattack you saw there and be a little defensive. See how that works. We got a lot of new players. Got to build chemistry first. Build form. Whew. Here's the counterattack. Ah. Ooh. Oh, he didn't save it. Looked like he did. I thought he saved that. Could have had a pretty good chance, I think, if that ball would have made it through the Adi. Ooh. Couldn't quite get to it and get a decent cross on it. Too busy trying to keep it in. Too busy trying to catch up to it, really. I don't know if Lamah's ever going to really win a header quite like that when he's up against the defenders as tall as that one is. It's a good cross there. Ah, shoot. Whew. Man, I thought that was going side netting, man. Ooh. Was going to lead to something. Looked like we had the defenders moving just the way we wanted. Good poke. Ooh. Supposed to go to Bertone. Ooh. Nutmeg me with the pass. awfully acrobatic on Garza. Not sure if that was quite needed, but hey, got the job done, I guess. Can't complain. Gotta be quick. Oh, he skied it. Is that Cruz? Jeez. Oh, man, he wasn't anywhere close. That is not a good look, Cruz. Come on, pal, beat him. Jeez, that's going to be a corner, isn't it? He's still upset about it. Good save by Teton. That looked like it was going to go in. Oh, man. Let's see if we can get West on in here, clear it. Powell. It's at halftime. 0 shots from Audi. Wow, we need to feed him a little bit more. Ooh. Oh, you saw Waston take that to the nuts. We might have to sub him off after that. Oh, man, he's going to have to see a doctor. Let me take a look here and see. I think I closed out of that too early, so... Getting some shots, only 2 on targets. Let's see, Mane. 2 from Mane, okay. Possession favoring us a little bit, couple tackles. They're getting all the corners though. Shot accuracy is pretty bad. Okay. Also want to take a look and see who might need replacing. Adi's been quiet, man. So is Cruz. Hagelin's been quiet as well. Okay. We'll see how the second half starts to develop before we start subbing people on. I mean, first game of the season, we're playing away. No one's in form. Good deflection there. That should be another corner, though. We got Adi down here. Yeah, I guess he is going at 6'4". It's difficult. I am absolutely used to playing with teams like Liverpool. Oh no. Oh, what a whiff. Oh, what a whiff. We got really lucky there. FIFA God smiled upon us. Although they're coming right back, so don't let me speak too soon. Whew. Just wide. Suggested sub. Oh, that's true. I could always bring on Seth. We'll save that for a minute. Manny's actually getting some shots off. Might put in Seth for Cruz probably. Even though Cruz is on the right, I think they've got Seth as a left winger in this game. Seth was actually in, which is nice. I didn't have to crate him. He also, looks like himself, which is the Israeli version of Charlie Day, which is amazing. I'm glad we have that on our team. Always Sunny is a fantastic show, and Charlie makes it. So hopefully Seth can make FC Cincinnati the gem that we hope it is. I should have played through. I didn't think it was the right timing with the dribble, though. Dang. That's too bad.
Season ticket deposits are now being accepted for next season. Visit the ticket windows or the season ticket booth located near section 102.
Good tackle, though. Yeah, we're going to make a sub. Okay. I think we said take Cruz and put in Seth. We need some more attacking options. While I like Lamar, we're going to put in Oladesma as a double sub. We're also going to switch the tactics a little bit to a more attacking focus. See, there's Ledesma. Kind of looks like it. And that is Seth. Alright, we'll switch this. See if we can get something going here. Of course, immediately Ledesma loses the ball. Not a great way to start your substitution. Oh no. Ooh, Hagelin, good step. Let's counter. Oh, wrong button. Oh, wrong button. That's a user error. That was supposed to be a through ball. It wasn't. It wasn't. You can blame that to the coaching. You can blame Koch. Koch is the coach. Oh no. Come on, Garza. Make the big play. Oh, I got beat. Oh no. Oh no. Still got time. Eric Alexander for Antonio. No thanks. That's just bad defense. That's really all it is. Bad defense. Guess we got to put Maddox in. I don't really want to put Maddox in for Lamar, though. Let's take Audi off. He's not really doing anything for us up top. Hopefully Maddox can make a couple runs. Do want to change one thing real quick. Just while I'm thinking of it, we're going to tell Maddox, instead of being a target man like Audi, to get in behind. That is what he is on our team for. We are trying to salvage a single point. Shit. Well. We're going to go to ultra attacking. This is not looking good, folks. We've got 8 game minutes, which is really like a minute to get this right. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Okay. No, that's the wrong guy. Oh, man.
NC Place, make some noise for today's man of the match. Number 7.
Jeez. Well, I guess that's what you expect going away in Vancouver in the first game. Holy cow. It's like the Sounders all over again.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of added time.
There it is, Maddox. Oh, jeez. That looked dangerous. Good save by the keeper. I'll give it to him. Jeez. Congrats to the Whitecaps winning their home opener. And the boys just reported the first game. A little rough. I don't think we got any sort of chemistry going. I'll be interested to see the match ratings afterward. My goodness. Well, it's a long season. Let's take a look here. Match ratings. Ooh, Desma, not the right move. Seth, not a strong showing from our substitutes. Although I guess they were on the pitch when we got scored on. Not have a whole lot of time to make up for those goals. Well, there's our first game. I'll see about doing more of these videos, and hopefully we can get some better results. Let's take a look at the tables and see how everyone did in the first week. So Eastern Conference, we've got, wow, both New York teams and DC. Chicago, Columbus, and Toronto all drew. New England, Atlanta, wow, rough first week for the Eastern Conference. Let's take a look. Western Conference, a lot of victories all the way down to the Timbers, and then Salt Lake tying FC Dallas. Okay. So, plenty of room for improvement. Plenty of room. We are at the bottom of the table, which, hey, when you're the MLS expansion club, only one place to go, I guess, up. So, I'll cut it here. We'll see you next time with Alan Koch and the boys.